I'm here with 21 grams of Dani. You dig me? You feel me? This is Dani. Yo. Y'all niggas don't even know.
I'm screaming.
This is some exclusive shit. Okay? But I know. And that's what matters. Feel me? I know you're multifaceted. You feel me? Photography, music, visual art, like, you do it all. Okay? Do you have a favorite art style?
Damn, that's kind of hard. I think my favorite, just because it's like my baby, like forever and always, will be photography. Like that's like my end all be all. Like if nothing else works, I know I want that to work more than anything. Everything else is just like, oh, I got this random idea, so I want to pick that up and just try it real quick, and then I find out like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. But nah, photography is like my favorite thing.
Talent,
yo,
exuding right now. She said, I just pick things up and I'm just that girl.
But then like also like my brain is all over the place all the time, so it's not even like I'm instantly good at something. It's just like, oh, I see, like I get so into it and I get hyper focused on that one thing just because I have this idea that it has to come out, and I'm like, I'm not gonna feel all right with this unless it really comes out the way I'm like envisioning it in my head. So
no,
like,
that's that perfectionist thing though.
Yo,
like there's something about it. Like when you have a vision and you like are really like dedicated to that vision, like you have to execute it as you see it. Otherwise, it's just not enough.
Nah, absolutely. I feel like it's the same with like photography too, because like, you know, I always like I could walk up and down random ass street and I'm like, the way I'm looking at this particular like house or something like that, like I need to be able to capture that exactly how I see it, like right here. So I think that's part of like my love and like deep like this is legit like my child, like
for photography. I get that. Yeah. Well, like, how would you say you got into photography? Like, what fueled that passion?
Yo, it's crazy. I knew somebody when I was in high school. Her name is Kiera. She doesn't live out here anymore. She actually lives, I think, in California now. But I befriended her on MySpace.
Oh shit!
This was like MySpace was popping. Like,
roll back, like.
So we ended up like linking up. She took pictures of me, but I saw her work and I was just like, wow, this shit is incredible, bro. Like you got it. And then from there, she kind of like sparked like, damn, maybe I should try to pick up a camera too. So I would try like regular ass like digital camera. My shit would be complete trash.
It's not the same. Right.
So then like I hit high school, like actually no, it was like my freshman year, maybe. Was it freshman year or my sophomore year? My memory's all like, but right. I ended up taking like a film photography class where we actually had to like develop our own film, develop our own pictures, and I was like, this is dope. Like I really, really like this. And then kept taking different photography classes in high school, like digital photography, we had to like use Photoshop. That's how I learned how to use that.
Photoshop with my ass.
Yo, and it's crazy because like now I find myself using Photoshop at my job or trying to teach it to the kids. Like, so it's dope because I kept using it and just applying it for like my own photography. But from there, like just having like my teacher in high school be like, yo, your shit is good. I want you to put a portfolio together because I want you to go to art school. And I was like, damn, me?
Right.
Me? You want me?
No, facts.
And like,
gas you, like.
Right. And it wasn't even a thought at first because I was like, nah, I'm going to go to college to be like a physical therapist or whatever the case may be. I'm going to be in the medical field, like just, you know, running off of whatever my parents was telling me. And he was like, nah, you need to go to art school. And like trying to pitch that idea to my parents, they're like, you're not gonna make any money, you know, photographers don't make that much, so kind of just like I was like, all right, forget about it. So but from there, like I just kept at it. Like I was like, you know what, if I'm not going to school for it, I'm gonna do this shit as a hobby on the side. And then
make something out of it.
Just bought my first camera in like 2013. with refund money from school.
Oh, period. That refund money be hitting.
Yo, and at the time, I was like, oh, I got bread. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm about to go buy a camera. And literally, like, that day, took my camera out. I took pictures of, like, my newborn cousin. Oh. And then just, like, been shooting since then.
Damn. Yeah. God damn. So this shit runs deep.
Like, yeah, like, way back in high school. That's why I feel, like, really connected to it. Like, this is something, like, I had teachers encouraging me to do this shit. So I was like, yo, maybe I could do this.
I might be something. I might be doing something with this. Okay. It's crazy because I would think that your baby would be crocheting because that's what I see the most. So, like, it's insane that you would say photography. Like, I don't assume because you're gonna ask that you and me, but I just was like, I'm like, she's gonna say crocheting. Like, she's gonna, because she has to. Like, what is her thing? Like, and then, like, you have, like, managed to make these, like, gorgeous collages. Like, how did you, like, I can't even articulate a question, like, because I feel like I've never seen that before, and for you to have curated a completely new art style is, like, beyond me.
That's
like,
so fire. I wasn't even, like, thinking about it that way. Like, honestly, it, like, the first one I made back in, like, January, I was just like, yo, like, spur of the moment type shit. Like, it was, like, 11 at night. I was on YouTube watching fucking Brad Mondo videos, like...
hair guy?
Yes.
Bye. Not bad.
But, like, so I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yo, I got these canvases just sitting in my room, not doing anything. I was like, I'm gonna save it for paint, but I mean, paint is like something I'm gonna get to eventually.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to do something, but what? Like, what do I want to do with this? And I'm like, fuck it. I got hella scrap yarn left over. I can't even say scrap yarn because I got a shit ton of yarn. My room is like doing fabric. This shit is crazy. But I was like, deep. Yo, like, no talk. But I ended up, spur of the moment, was like, yo, I got yarn, I got a glue gun, I got mad glue. Like,
I got time, baby.
Fuck it, yeah, let me just put this together. And, like, I posted, like, maybe, like, halfway through, and then mad people were like, yo, I need to see this finished. And I was just like,
yeah, because that shit was fire.
Oh, shit. Like, I was kind of, like, taken back because I really was just making it, like, just cause. Not even, like, oh, let me post it and, like, show y'all what I just did. It really was on some, like, people legit replying to my story, like, I want to see this finished, or, yo, this looks crazy. I can't wait till it's done. And I'm like, y'all fuck with it?
Yeah.
Like, something that random? So, and then, like, I did it, and then everybody was just like, yo, this is fire. And I'm like, I think I did something here. I might have did something. And then, like, I just kept at it, and then, yeah, people fuck with it. I'm happy, because, like, it really wasn't planned at all. It really was just like, yo, I got this random ass idea. I got leftover shit in my room.
Right.
Let me just put something together.
Fuck it. No, I love it, though. Like, the pieces themselves are, like, they're just visually appealing. Like, the colors, like, how you put them together. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just aesthetically pleasing, like, you know what I mean? Damn.
Which is wavy, too, because, like, I can't even say, like, it's all me. Like, a lot of it really does come from other people, like, you know, like, a lot of the commission pieces, for example, that I've done so far, like, people are coming to me with crazy colors, and I'm like, yo, y'all are dope. Like, so it, like, I want to say it's all, but it's really not all me. It's really, like, yo, y'all are coming to me with some crazy-ass color schemes, and, like, just me putting them together, I'm like, yo, damn, like, y'all are fire. Just, like, and then even being, like, just trusting me with whatever idea that they have, like, I take, like, deep appreciation for that. Because, like, you know, you could give somebody something like, yo, can you do this for me? And it could be trash. Or you could be like, yo, I don't like it.
Yeah,
like,
right.
But legit, like, all these different, like, color swatches, and people are like, yo, can you just do A, B, and C? Or people will be like, yo, just freestyle. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then it just comes out.
There's
like,
definitely, like, a level of trust and collaboration when it comes to commission pieces that, like, people don't see. Like, I don't know, people don't really, like, get that. Like, you really have to trust the artist with what you're asking and, like, believe that they can do it. Because, I don't know, like, I've only commissioned, like, so many things from people, but, like, I got what the fuck I was asking for. Like, they did that.
Yo,
they did that shit.
It really is. It's like, it's funny you say with the like the whole trust thing too, because even like with me making like crocheting shit for people, and like at one point I was like struggling with sizing, like, and nobody really even knew, but like I would tell people like, yo, when I figure sizing out, like I could do this for you, or A, B, and C, but people are still like, yo, freestyle. I got like, you got it free, and I'm like, yo, you want me to? That's wild to me. Like, cause I don't think I could ever tell somebody just freestyle unless I really, really, really fuck with their work.
Right.
So it means a lot to me for somebody to be like, yo, can you crochet a top for me? Do whatever colors you want, whatever style. I just want something, and I'm like, okay.
Right. No, that shit feels good. It feels good to know that you're like a trusted person, that you're like the person that this person came to. Like,
right.
You know? So, damn. I like skipped through mad questions.
Nah, don't worry about it.
I'm like going with the natural flow of the conversation.
That's cool too. I don't mind that at all. Like, at all.
Right? Okay. That makes it a little bit more like authentic. Cause like we're just like,
listen.
And what is your favorite color? And and then when you were 12, why, like, you know what I mean?
But then that's something we learned though as journalists, like, and I'm sure you learned it too. Like, you know, you want it to flow. Like, you got your material, but also let that shit flow. Like,
fuck yeah. Because like if it's too like cut and dry, like it just comes off as like, do you want to be there?
This ain't genuine at all.
At all. Like, you weren't comfortable, you weren't happy. And, like, a big thing for me, like, in doing this, I want everybody that I'm, like, interviewing to be, like, dumb comfortable. Like, I don't want you to come in and be like, I'm doing an interview. Like, I want you to be like, I'm sitting down with Julia and we're talking. Like, that's what I want.
Nah, you got it. You got it.
Thank you for the encouragement. Like, that really means a lot. I'm trying. Like, you know what I mean? So... On another note, like, let's, like, run it back. Like, how did you get into crocheting?
So...
that I want to know, because, goddamn, like...
I think I got it, so I could even, like, bring it back to when I first started. I'm trying to, like, remember what year. I want to say, like, around the same time as photography, like, 2013. And...
you were trying it all.
Yo, I was doing a little bit of everything, you know? Okay. I don't know what it was, or... Was it 2013 or 2014? I can't remember. One of those years. Mm-hmm. But I randomly was just like, yo, I'm seeing hats. And I think it was actually cold as fuck outside at the time. It had to be winter maybe. I was like, all right, I want a hat. But all the hats I'm seeing are trash. They look ugly, like whatever the case may be. So I was like, yeah. Or like even at the time, like niggas was broke. So I was like, yo, I'm not about to spend $14 on a scarf that I could probably make my own, like by myself. Mm-hmm. So I like picked up like a knitting kit from Walmart one day, and I was like, fuck it, why not? Like bought some yarn, and I was just like practicing and shit. Went on YouTube, taught myself how to knit that way. But it really just came from like me realizing like the shit that I want, I don't want to spend the money on it because I'm cheap and I'm broke.
Period.
And also, like, I want to be able to just, like, make my own shit and see how that will actually come out.
Right.
So I learned how to knit before I learned how to crochet. And then, like, just went through hella YouTube channels and people were like, yo, crocheting is easier than knitting. And I'm like, how? This looks crazy. But I picked up crocheting like that. And I was like, okay.
So would you say it's easier?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
And I can crochet faster, too. So
yeah, like, I've seen videos of you doing it, and I'm like, God damn, like, what the fuck?
So something, and it really depends on what I'm doing, too. So, like, I can crochet something in, like, a couple hours, but, like, if I'm knitting that same thing, it might take me a little longer. Gotcha. So, like, knitting a hat will take me, knitting a hat would be easier than crocheting a hat. I don't know if that makes sense. It's different because the styles are different, the knots and stitches are different. Uh-huh. So usually when I'm making hats for people, I'm knitting those. But like the ski masks that I was just doing, I was crocheting those because I'm like, all right, bet I'm just bust these shits out real quick. It's so weird to explain, but like, yeah, like I got both of them down pat and really was just like, yo, I want to make my own shit. And then ended up was like, yo, let me try tops. Like,
and then fucking bathing suits and
yeah,
like,
and then
the whole shebang.
It
like,
kind of just like took off from there. I can't even remember like the first time I actually sold something, but I do know that I was just like, yo, I can actually make some extra cash off of this.
No, right.
And then I just started crocheting a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy that there's like, I don't know, I'm over here not even knowing the vernacular. I'm like, oh, crochet. She's like, no, bitch, knitting. Thank you. Say it. If you're gonna say it right.
No, because a lot of people do like intertwine the two. Mm-hmm. So like people will be like, yo, you knit, and I'm like, I knit, but I crochet too. Right. So like I love to at least like teach people though. Like I would never be all like uppity, be like, no, it's crochet. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying it right. I would never be an asshole about it. Like I tell people, like, yo, I knit too, but what I'm doing right now is crocheting. So they're like, oh, shit, what's the difference? And then, like, I go on my spiel. Like, I'm going off on a tangent. Like, when you knit, you use 2 needles. When you're crocheting, you're using a hook. And then blah, 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 blah. Like, and they're like, whoa, I never would have even guessed. No, and I think literally. It's... And I... Me right now. But it's fucking cool to me because when I first started, you know, getting into knitting and crocheting, the person I was with at the time was like, yo, this is some grandma shit, and I'm like, alright, bet. So I like doing something that's kind of considered like granny-ish and making it like, nah, I'm 26, yeah, right, or at the time not even in my 20s yet. I was probably like 19, can't remember how old I was, but like basically showing like, yo, you could do this shit too. Period. Like, no matter how old you are, no matter where you come from, not just grannies be doing shit like this. Like, fucking, I be like the one black person in Joann Fabrics sometimes buying hella yarn. Yeah, nah, like,
Joann Fabrics is very much...
It's different. It's different.
It's very much giving...
I be feeling...
50-year-old Susan.
And I be feeling hella like... Let me just buy my shit
and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of cringy.
I had a moment in the last review where we were talking about like Home Depot and like how it feels racist. Like I can't explain it to you.
Racist, or it feels condescending. Like
yeah. Like you're in there and they're like, no, this is a hammer, honey, and you're like, okay, like cool. Like
I think I know what I came
like,
here
right,
for.
Like
I googled it before I got here.
I googled the fuck out of it. Okay, like don't play with me. I know the difference. All right. Shit.
Yo. it really does carry that vibe, but I really be in
just
there.
In and out.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll get lost because I know like I'm buying yarn that I don't need, but whatever.
No, I've like tried my hand at like a bunch of different things. I feel like I am just not that like visual art kind of girl. Like I'm not that girl. Like I'm very much like I'm around creatives. Mm-hmm. What I consider myself a creative, but like not in like the traditional terms. Like I can't paint. You know what I'm saying? I could bust a little wine or whatever.
But then that's art
but like
too, though.
that's about it. Like from this all you gonna get out of me. Like I'm like a Rihanna. Like I could sing just a little bit, but like I'm more like of a business mogul than I am.
But if you
Beyonce,
if you really like, you know, step back though, like I consider everything to be a fucking art project, no matter what you doing. Like literally everything is an art. Yo, even if you are like business savvy or whatever the case, that shit's art, because what's art? I mean, it's all subjective. A lot of it is math, colors, whatever the case may be. But right. Same thing with like business. You have to plan shit. You have to put things like in strategic order. You really have to put things together, and that's an art within itself. Organizational skills, nigga, I don't have that.
She said, absolutely not.
I don't have that.
No, yo, like honestly, like finding this as an art form for me is like the best thing, because like it just feels right. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, damn, my art is talking to people.
The gift of
that's
gab.
My art. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yo, you know that phrase? Okay. First of all, because I've literally never heard anybody outside of my family say it, and every time I've ever said it to somebody, they've been like, huh? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo.
I swear to God, I was like, oh, I have the gift of gab, and people will be like,
They don't get it.
They don't get that. They're not on that. Fuck out of here. Like, what are you talking about? Yo. See, this.
Everything is art, y'all. Everything.
Damn, yo. You make me feel good. You don't come to my house during your interview and make me feel good. Shit. Like, all right, damn. What's next? I mean, where do you, like, see yourself with art? Like, where do you, like, what is your vision? Like, where do you want to go?
Damn. It's so hard because I want to do so much shit. So I'm like, half the time, like, I could envision myself having, like, shit in a gallery. Or, like, half the time I can envision myself actually getting more into my journalism career. Because, like, it's hard as fuck finding a job in that field. Yo.
That's why we're making it. Okay? I'm making the job, goddammit, because y'all are going to hire me.
That's why I'm like, it's so weird because, like, as much as I love doing my art, like, a part of me, like, with the photography is, like, this whole storytelling aspect. So I'm like, how can I actually make this a career? Turn it into photojournalism. Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, even, like, with my background, like, I got my bachelor's in English. So I was like, I mean, I'm maybe bad at talking, but I could write my ass off.
Right, period.
So, writing, photography, combine the two. Got it. It's hard as fuck, but I'm, like, bound, like, going back and forth between the two. But I know for sure, like, in the future, I definitely want to see my shit in, like, galleries or museums. Like, I went to MoMA on Valentine's Day, and I was just like, I could do this.
Right. You're like, girl, what? I could just,
like, this is nice, but I could do that, too, and make it look better. Like, so I think that's, more than anything, if my career changes and I'm just like, I don't want to be a journalist anymore, like, I know for sure I want, like, photography, or maybe I can turn this yarn canvas shit into something big.
Right.
And have, like, a big, giant piece in a gallery, so.
Yo, I could only imagine. It's like I said, I've just never seen it before. So it's, like, insane to, like, imagine what you could do with that. Like, nobody else is doing it like this. Okay?
Which is crazy, because I really thought, like, somebody out there might be doing something similar or something like it. But then, like, I really was, like, racking my brain, like, damn, nah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this either. It was just, like, a random spur-of-the-moment idea. So, I mean, now if I see somebody doing it, like, I'm not going to be bad. I'm going to be like, you know what? Like, at least you were inspired to do something. Like,
you know how easy, like, people be, trying to play like,
yo, and I had a moment when somebody really was like, yo, you crocheted these pants and you bit off me. And I was just like, my pants look nothing like yours.
I saw that. And yo, they didn't. Like, that's the part that didn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm like, girl, you're so off base with this. It doesn't even make sense. And not for nothing, like, okay, we're both crocheting a pant. Pants are just two legs.
Yo, when I tell you I was...
What? Like...
I was furious that moment, and then that was, like, actually, no, not even that. It was a morning, so I legit woke up to that.
Oh, no.
Where she, like, spammed my comments that morning. Under that post was, like, shop the original. Literally, everybody that was commenting, she replied to all, and I was like, yo, you had time at 7:30 in the morning to do this?
You woke up and chose violence.
Nah, deadass. Like, she was the originator of that. Like,
yeah.
And I don't got no bad blood, but I was just like, yo, what was that for?
Yeah, what was the reason?
Because then...
What was the reason? Like, for what?
For what? Listen. And at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, you can crochet your ass off, so don't worry.
Why are you pressing on me?
My shit looks nothing like yours, but I don't know. I hope whatever she got going on, I hope she's excelling at it.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck it. Like, good job. Good looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. That's it. Peace and love.
That shit was different.
Yeah. Nah, people are so weird. And you know what? Like, also, that was another conversation that was had. Like, so much shit got cut out of the interview, but, like, people, I feel like, really don't care to share the spotlight. Like, there's always a person that is like, I can't be eaten and you're eating too. And it's like, my nigga, there's enough food for everybody. Like, there's enough food for everybody. Like, there's enough, like, somebody who doesn't like your shit is gonna like my shit. Somebody who doesn't like my shit is gonna like your shit. Like, there's always space for more creations. Like, there's just something about the way that person A is doing so-and-so that I fuck with more than person B.
Right.
Which is fine. There's no shade towards person B. Like, I don't have a problem with person B. Person B is doing it up. But, like, I just like the way person A does it.
Like, and it's, even think about it, and that's like that can apply to everything too. Like, you go to a store, how many different curl products are you gonna see?
How many different brands of rice?
You know, like, real talk, like simple stuff, like real simple shit.
It's okay.
People have their preference, so no matter what, like, if you're making candles, is the person down the street making candles? Fuck it, still make them candles, because you never know. Your scents could be different, your packaging could be different, the way you talk to your customers could be different. There's so many things that go into just like having products or just doing anything in general. People only see like, oh, this person's doing this and it's the same as me. Like, you gotta understand, like, your shit's gonna stand out because it's yours.
Because it's you.
And it's gonna be different no matter what you guys are doing. But people don't get that. They have the crab and a bucket mentality. Like, no, I'm gonna be the only person out here crocheting. Nah, like, and if I had the time to, I would teach people to crochet. It's like, I get to a point where I'm like, yo, my hands are tired.
I need a team.
Like, yeah. Or I would be like, yo, you want a top? I'm not really in, like, the mood to make it, or I just don't feel good. Let me teach you.
Here's how you do it.
That way, you could make shit for yourself, and fuck it, you might be able to take that, spin it, and do a different, like, play on it, different idea, whatever the case may be, and be like, all right, now I'm about to make tops for people. And that shit would get me off more than anything. Like, you wouldn't even have to buy anything for me. As long as I inspired you to pick something up, that shit's fire to me. Like,
exactly. People just don't have that. Like, I don't know. Like, there's just always, like, some negativity going into it. Some, like, some hateration, some holleration.
In this dancery.
Like, goddamn. Like, can we all just get along? Like, love and peace and love. Good vibes. Like, please. Like, I hate the hateration. I hate the holleration.
No, that shit's whack.
Damn. I mean, I'm gonna, like, wrap it up. I feel like we got some good shit. What are your, like, current inspirations? Do you have anybody that you look up to personally, or, like, in any realm? Music, the crocheting, the knitting.
I don't really have, like, a specific person I look to for crocheting and knitting. I do, like, follow a lot of, like people that do knit and crochet on Instagram. I can't, like, think of their handles, but I'll legit just type in yarn, knit, crochet hashtags, follow them shits, so I can,
and then you can, like,
I get ideas that way, or I just see what other people are making. I'm like, yo, damn, my shit ain't got nothing on there. It's like,
you crocheting their ass off. Like,
yo, like
some shit.
It's,
like,
it's crazy. Shit. And so I'm like, my shit is nothing compared to what other people are making. Like, it's, and I appreciate that people fuck with mine, but I'm like, yo, look at everybody else's.
Like, imagine.
Yo, but as far as, like, I guess in general, it sounds funny to say, but I've been a huge Tyler, the Creator fan for the longest. So, like, it's not even, like, what he does as an artist. I think just what he embodies in general. Like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Like, what's cool to me is what's cool to me. And if it's not cool to you, okay.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna do it anyway. And just him being able to be himself, not conform, or he evolves in his own way. Like, we know he was wilding at one point, but now he's gotten older, and he kind of dips his hands into a little bit of everything too. And I kind of, like, you know, kind of apply that to me too, where I'm, like, trying different things all the time.
Right.
So I'd say that. And honestly, I've been tapping into my inner child lately, so I've been watching hella cartoons. So cartoons are an inspiration.
No, yes. Like, no, absolutely. Like, the colors, the fucking animation, like, the whole kit caboodle. Like,
nah, real shit, because, like,
there's so much that goes into that people don't even peep. Like, people don't even peep game. Like,
it's funny watching them now as an adult too, because, like, I feel like I'm reliving all my childhood, all the nostalgia, and it helps me, like, really, like I said before, like, really tap into my inner child. And that, I feel like anytime I'm creating, that's who that's who I'm communicating with. Like 5-year-old Dani or like 10-year-old Dani that wanted to do this but didn't have the money to or didn't have the time to or whatever. So now I'm like 26. I'm like, you got money and you got time.
Right.
Go do this shit.
This is the time to do it. Yeah. It's now.
Legit nurturing me like as a kid. Like, don't worry. Like, you know, you got it now. You can actually go do it. So.
That's crazy. The fact that you brought up the inner child thing too. Like, I've been doing like inner child meditations and like.
That shit will really open your eyes, and it's something that I won't even say something you gotta be ready for. It's you just gotta do it because at the end of the day, you're gonna confront some shit that you're like, damn, I didn't know that was still bothering me.
No, yeah.
But it is.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had some moments where I was like, God damn. So we needed to talk about this, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. So, and I feel like that's really me with like just any piece of art. It's just like me talking to myself, and it's like you hear, and it's all right. Like,
that's such a cool way to look at it too. Like you're nurturing your inner child by creating. Like that's insane. Like I would have never thought of it that way. But like, god damn, that must bring you like so much peace.
It does. I mean, whenever like, I mean, it's a form of escapism, you know. So like, I fucking hate my job, but like when I'm shutting my laptop, I'm like, hey, what am I about to get into this afternoon? Cause like, I gotta just let it all go.
Yeah, let it go. Let that shit roll off your back.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, yo. This was enlightening. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're an angel. She's a fucking angel. I'm gonna put a little like, what is it called?
The halo?
Yes. Yes. Like the way the words are not. I don't have those. I'm just vibes. No thoughts, just vibes.